What up though, YouTube? It's BMP back again. I decided that I was gonna make somewhat of a pivot on the channel. I think I want to do more of a news-based thing. So this is gonna be the first of many of my new segment. It's called Black in the News. So today on our first story, we got some breaking news. The three young men who were convicted of the death and murder of XXXTentacion were sentenced today in Broward County, Florida. Broward County, Florida has a system that everybody in Detroit will be very familiar with. Life means life. That means that if you're convicted of a crime that carries a life sentence, you never get the opportunity to go in front of a parole board. Life is life until the day you die. It's like that here in Michigan. If you get convicted of a murder and the judge decides to give you life, that's it. So here, they'll give you 25 years, right? So 25 years is, you do, out of that 25, you'll probably do, because ain't no good time. So it's truth and sentence. I'm tripping. In Michigan, you got truth and sentence. So that means, first of all, because I had personal experience with this. So you got a minimum, right? So let's say your minimum is 5 years. Then you get a maximum of 15. So in most of the states, you don't necessarily do that entire minimum. You get what you call good times. So let's say for good behavior, for every year you do, you get 3 months off of good behavior, right? Well, here in Michigan and in Florida, ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? If your minimum is 10 years, you're gonna do 10 years and then you go see a parole board. And then, after that, you might get some love. But until you do that 10 years, it's nothing to talk about. The only way you getting out of prison early is if, you get your conviction overturned. You know what I'm saying? They vacate your sentence or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you are here for the duration. So it looks like XXXTentacion's killers will never see the streets again. I'm not gonna comment about whether or not I feel like that's an appropriate sentence. I'm gonna say that when you live in a state like Michigan or Florida, you know the consequence. You know the consequence for a murder, especially a murder and commission of a felony. If you commit a murder and the commission of a felony, meaning you was already committing a felony, and in the process of you committing that felony, you end up killing somebody. Like, we know what that means up here. You know what I'm saying? You kill somebody in the commission of a felony, you ain't going home. You're not. So, you make those kind of decisions, you have to live with the consequences. I had to sit down for some time myself for a robbery. You gotta, if you tough, you ballsy, you out here doing the crime, you gotta do the time too. And a lot of times, it don't even matter if you actually did the crime. You be too close to that nigga. You could be too close to that nigga and it is what it is. But, as a black man in America, we know. We don't need lawyers to tell us certain things. You know what I'm saying? We know the consequences of our actions. So it is what it is. Case closed, I guess. Case closed. So that is the very first episode of the new series, Black in the News. I hope that this segment is well received, and be expecting many more. Peace.